Hey guys! Today I'm here with Andrew Marston!
Hey.
Yay! And we are both kind of cheapy people, so we have a lot of experience with trying to live in Japan as cheaply as possible. So today we are going to combine all of our experience and give you the 10 best tips for saving money in Japan. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes. Tip number 1 is getting cheap stuff. If you move to Japan and you need to furnish your apartment, furniture stores can be kind of expensive, but there are a lot of foreigners who are always leaving Japan because their work contracts are up and you can get their stuff for super cheap. There are a lot of Sayonara sales, that's what they're called. So people who are leaving Japan, Sayonara, they sell their stuff really cheaply on Facebook, or Gaijin Pot has classifieds. Sometimes you can just find them on random websites. But check the city that you move to. In Nagoya, we have a Facebook group called Treasure Trove.
Yes.
And that's where you can get cheap stuff from other foreigners.
Tokyo has one, Tokyo Garage Sale on Facebook group.
You can also go to thrift stores. That's where June and I got a lot of our furniture from.
Same here.
Our island here, this did not come with the apartment. We got this at the thrift store.
Sometimes those are called recycle shops also.
Right, and if you want to get cheap clothes, thrift stores also have those very frequently. There are 2 different types of thrift stores in Japan. There are the high-end resale places which sell clothes, brand names, still kind of expensive. And then there are ones that lower the price every single week, and so the stuff is really cheap. Those are the ones that I go to.
Yes,
Sometimes they're called maishuu, sagaru, which means every week it falls, the price falls. There are some really common thrift store chains. The Off series, so Book Off sells books really cheaply. Oftentimes they have a clothes section there as well. There's Mode Off.
I believe they sell clothes and discounted furniture, small furniture items.
Oh, okay. And then there's Hard Off. Hard Off, which
Save that
sells
one for last.
electronics.
Hardware. It sells hardware
Hardware.
at off prices. Why are you laughing?
You can get that at Hard Off.
Tip number 2, a lot of shops around Japan have a sign that says tax-free shop, and if you have a non-Japanese passport and you spend over 5,000 yen on a purchase, then you can actually get that without any consumption tax added on.
Right. You have to be on a visa that's less than 6 months in Japan, so if you're on a student visa, it probably won't work. You also, sometimes they won't give you the tax off right away. Sometimes there's a tax refund counter where you have to fill out paperwork there. But yeah, you can get your tax back for a lot of things. 3 is food. Everyone knows about this, you've probably heard it before, but if you go to a supermarket right before they close, they will often mark down set meals or meats and fish for 20% off, 30% off, sometimes half off.
Yep. So it's the sushi plates, the bentos, all the pre-prepared stuff that they have to throw away if it doesn't sell by the end of the day. Number 4 is how to get free accommodation. Who doesn't like that? There's a website called couchsurfing.com, which is basically a social network where you can request to stay with people who have volunteered to host other people on their couches. Oftentimes it's better than just their couch. They'll have maybe a spare room. Sometimes it's worse than the couch. It'll be the floor. I've couch surfed probably over a whole month if you added it all together in Japan. I met a lot of great people I'm still friends with today. It's very safe, it's very reliable, highly recommend it, and it's free. That's the most important part. Also, if you're desperate and you find a 24-hour fast food place like McDonald's or Lotteria, then they probably won't kick you out. In fact, I've tried it and they didn't kick me out. If you just buy a big meal, sit at the table, kind of fall asleep there, and stay there until the first train the next morning. So another option that I've actually just discovered was a website called Woof, or WWOOF, and I'll post more information about this in the description. Well, it's your description.
Yeah.
I'm taking over her description.
I'll share.
If you want to volunteer to work on, there's a lot of farms posted on there, there's some inns, there's some cafes. If you want to volunteer to work 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, then in exchange, you can get free room and board. And it's actually a really great way to kind of have a homestay experience and to have free room and board in Japan. And the last free option would be camping. And there are campgrounds all throughout Japan that you can pay money to stay at. But if you're feeling adventurous, usually if you pick a place that's out of the way and you're not bothering anybody, then you can usually pitch a tent kind of almost anywhere.
Number 5 is transportation, and one of these actually kind of leads into accommodation as well. The night bus or even day bus can be one of the cheapest ways to travel in Japan if you have the time to sit on a bus. And if you take the night bus, then you can try to sleep on the bus while you're getting from city to city, so you don't have to pay for a hotel that day either. So it's kind of a trick.
And the longer the bus route, usually the more comfortable the seats are.
Right. Some of them are not that bad, actually. But some of them are not fun.
Nagoya, Tokyo, Tokyo to Nagoya, that bus is pretty uncomfortable.
We've taken that bus many, many times. We mentioned Rail Pass recently on a previous video. If you're a foreigner coming to Japan, before you get to Japan, you can apply for a Rail Pass, which gives you JR trains for free for a certain number of days after you pay for the Rail Pass, which is pretty expensive itself. If you want details, they'll be down in the description box. Another cheap way to travel if you're hitting a lot of stops on one day is an Ichinichiken, which we also talked about recently on our channel. It's an all-day pass for certain cities, taking certain train lines and maybe metro buses, city buses as well.
Just keep in mind which rail company you bought that Ichinichiken for, because you only get access to those lines. Like if you buy JR, you can only go on JR rails, but not Tokyo Metro, so just keep that in mind. One of my favorite ways to travel on trains cheaply is using what's called the Seishun 18 Kippu, or like Seishun 18 tickets. And what that is you pay a little over $100 and you get a pack of 5 tickets that lets you ride as much as you want on JR lines, but only the 2 slowest
train lines. Like local trains. So no Shinkansen, you're not getting anywhere quickly. If you could travel from like northern Japan to southern Japan, but it's gonna take you all day.
One cool thing about this ticket pack is that you can split it up among friends. So if you have 5 friends who want to take a one-day train trip together for cheap, then you buy this Seishun 18 Kippu, everybody can take a day and you all take this one big massive day trip together. Or you could just, you yourself use it for 5 days in a row. But keep in mind that this deal is only available seasonally, so make sure you're going to be in Japan while it's valid.
Right. Number 6 is ETC cards. So if you rent a car here in Japan, or if you live here and you own a car and you want to take the expressways, they're tolled, which are pretty expensive, the tolls, but you can get a discount if you use an ETC card, and it's easier to go through the toll booths because you can just drive slowly instead of stopping at a window. You normally, if you live in Japan, you have to apply through a credit card company, but if you're visiting and renting a car, a lot of rental shops will let you rent an ETC card. The list of how you get discounts with it is very long and complicated, so I'll link the PDF down in the description box.
It's like 6 pages. And if you're traveling with multiple people, it's almost always cheaper.
Right, to rent a car. And then you have full control over what time you leave. You can take your luggage and just leave it in the car, which is so useful. It is not fun traveling on the trains with luggage, trust me.
Number 7 is talking about airfare, which is notoriously expensive. My best tip for finding cheap airfare to and from Japan, from wherever you are in the world, is to just sign up for the promotional newsletters from the major air carriers that would take you from your nearest airport to Japan. Sometime throughout the year there'll be promotions in which you can get discounted tickets.
You said one of your friends got tickets from Atlanta, Georgia to Tokyo for $450
round trip. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, they did that just because they monitor these promotional newsletters and the latest deals, and just happened to come up.
And traveling domestically within Japan, especially if you're going between 2 cities that are quite far apart, it can be cheaper if you get one of these good deals by flying as well.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but there's a lot of budget airlines that operate only domestically within Japan. A couple examples would be Peach Air, Jetstar, Skymark, Spring.
So instead of taking a Shinkansen from Tokyo to Sapporo, Hokkaido, for example, sometimes it's cheaper to fly. So just check the deals when you're going to be in Japan. Number 8, this isn't unique to Japan, but just so you're aware that they do this here, when you sign up for big contract purchases, not always, but sometimes, like internet, they will let you pick out a free or heavily discounted appliance from like a certain website. So when we signed up for internet at our apartment, we got a choice to pick between like fridges that had like hundreds of dollars off, or all kinds of different appliances. We got a $300 vacuum for free, just because we did a like 1 or 2 year contract with our internet provider. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So they have similar deals sometimes if you sign up for credit cards or banks or cell phones. So just see if they're offering like a campaign promotion when you're signing up for something. June's dad got a free tablet when he got his cell phone.
Really?
So he got a smartphone and a tablet at the same time, which is pretty cool.
Japan loves its promotions. Number 9 deals with how to sightsee for cheap. Japan has some very notoriously expensive seasons to travel. Sakura season, the cherry blossoms, Obon, Golden Week, Silver Week is now a thing, sort of, during the New Year's holidays as well.
Rates for hotels will often be a lot more expensive during those times. So if you want to travel cheaply, then maybe travel off-season a little bit.
The trade-off is, though, that the reason those are prime travel seasons is because there's a lot of cool stuff to see here. On the flip side, there's almost always a lot of free stuff to see and do in Japan, a lot of local seasonal matsuris, festivals, a lot of temples and shrines like Meiji Jingu in Tokyo, parks like Yoyogi. So a lot of these sort of government-run facilities are almost always cheap or free, and are some of the hot spots that you would come to see anyway.
Right. So make sure you take advantage of those types of locations if you're visiting Japan. And number 10, if you want to take home souvenirs to your family, make sure you check at the 100-yen stores. I know that sounds really cheesy, but actually 100-yen stores like Daiso and Seria have a lot of really cool things, and I swear foreigners who first come here and like shop at Daiso, which I know some of you have in your own country now, but not you people who haven't been to Daiso before, they're amazed. I was amazed. All the foreigners, they love it. And there's always a lot of really cool things.
Daiso is the largest collection of things you never knew you needed and you can't live without.
Yes, so cheap souvenirs. I mean, you can get more expensive stuff too if you went for your family, but it's worth it to check first. So these were our 10 super cheap tips for coming to Japan. Thank you, Andrew, for helping out. If you haven't seen Andrew's channel, Happy in Japan, before, you should. He makes really amazing travel videos. Seriously, if you haven't seen them, you will be impressed. So make sure you check out his channel. And thank you for watching. See you later. Bye. Like a tax duty back.
You said duty. Number 6. I think I almost hit you in the face.
Oh God.
Here, I could put up 5 and you could put up 5.
Okay.
We'll try it.
We can do it together.
It may not.
We'll say 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we do number 10.
Are you ready?
Yeah, jazz hands.
This is the best part of the video here.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Number 10. No, you have to say it with me.
Oh, we sang it at the same
together.
time.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Number 10. Jazz hands.